So this is a story that I hesitated a couple days before talking about it because I wanted to see how it was going to unfold, but now I think it's time to talk about it. So this is in the source, but there are other sources talking about this as well. Is Kanye West missing? Concerns grow as law firm can't reach megastar. So the person who actually brought this on my radar first is Crystal's oldest daughter. She was like, "Did you see that like Kanye is missing?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And this was like 4 days ago that she said this, and I was like, no, I didn't see that. Then I looked it up, and there were already some articles like, kind of questionable. Well, now we're going to talk about it, and we're going to speculate. Kanye West is said to be missing after his lawyers can't reach him to inform him that he's dropped as a client. The law firm dropped the rapper after his anti-Semitic rants. West went missing sometime last month. His former business manager, suing him for $4.5 million, said in court that he hasn't spoken to Ye in weeks. But most surprisingly, Ye allegedly missed spending the Christmas holiday with his 4 children. 9-year-old daughter North, son Saint, 7 years old, daughter Chicago 4, and 3-year-old son Psalm. Friends say he would never miss spending the holidays with his kids, who he loves dearly. Greenberg Traurig LLP, which represented West until recently, told Insider Magazine that the law firm couldn't find West to tell him they've dropped him as a client. Legally, they must formally notify West that they no longer represent him, but they are unable to locate him. In a December 12th letter to a federal judge reviewed by Insider, an attorney for the firm told the judge they could not reach him. Guys, that's December 12th. That's a long time ago. The judge, Annalisa Torres, said the law firm couldn't officially cut ties with Kanye until they hand him her court order allowing them to withdraw as his attorneys of record. This is troubling news for Ye's fans, who are growing more worried as time passes, with still no word from him. Has anybody seen Kanye? And then this is from December 30th. So Kanye is missing and nobody's talking about it. Okay, so first let's go with the less conspiratorial angle first. What's possible? Well, look, maybe he pulled a Dave Chappelle, right? Remember when Dave Chappelle left at like the height of his fame because he wanted to get away because he felt like Hollywood was taking advantage of him and he didn't want to be taken advantage of, and he's like, "Fuck this, I'm going to Africa." And it's possible. It's possible, right? It's possible he left, didn't tell anybody, wanted to get away. That's possible. It's also possible that maybe, just maybe, somebody who's close to him actually got through to him and said, "Listen, dude, you need help. You need psychological help. You need to go to a therapist. You need to institutionalize yourself. They need to put you on lithium. You need to stabilize your mood. You're clearly going through a manic episode, and this needs to be addressed." That's possible as well, right? Because if he was going to do that, I think he would kind of do it quietly on the low. I don't think he would do it broadcasting it to the world, because I think his pride and his ego would make it so he doesn't want to let everybody know, like, I think there's something wrong with me, right? So that's possible as well. Now, those scenarios might even be likely, okay? The other possibility is, we've talked about this quite a bit. When you're it used to be called manic depressive, now it's called bipolar disorder. When you're going through the manic phase, sometimes as high as you get in the mania phase is as low as you get in the depression. He could literally be holed up somewhere going through a massive depressive episode. That's absolutely possible. He could be, look, keep it real. Something could have happened to him. He could have done something to himself. I don't know, right? I don't know. All I could do is speculate at this point in time. But look, the main reason why I wanted to talk about this is very simple. In every single segment that I did where we covered Kanye's meltdown, I tried to make clear in every single segment, for the love of God, somebody who's close to him, get him help. Because it was so clear what was happening. Everybody, when you prodded them, would admit, yeah, he's sort of going through a psychiatric episode. And it just felt like a lot of us were watching what was happening, and there was this sort of smug acceptance of like, yeah, he's going insane, but what are we going to do about it? And people were just sort of almost enjoying the downfall, right? And that was disturbing to me. And that's not to say, of course I'm not saying, hey, nobody should have talked about it. Of course you should talk about it. It was clear he was praising Hitler and saying all sorts of crazy shit and wasn't making any sense. And so I'm in favor of, and I did talk about it and cover it. But at the same time, like, the overarching point is, dude, get help. You need help. And ironically, he kept coming back to this line of like, and then this Jewish doctor tried to put me on, on medicine that would have basically impacted my genius and made me worse. And it's like, you should be thanking that person because they truly were trying to help you. It wasn't nefarious. It's not part of some big Jewish conspiracy to take you down. That was a person doing their job telling you, hey, you need this for a balanced, safe, stable life. And by the way, I think his genius in the music industry would still come through if he was on that medicine. And so now all we can do is, I present you this story, and then it's just like, well, I hope he's okay, Don't forget, he also was saying like, oh yeah, I'm running for president now. And then he did a couple things, and then to disappear in that moment is kind of sketchy, man. But I mean, I guess Trump also disappeared in a sense, like he announced his presidential run and then he's gone. He didn't do like any fucking rallies, and he's just yelling at people from Mar-a-Lago and retweeting QAnon shit all day long. So I don't know. I hope he's okay. Maybe he's okay, but he might not be, man. He might not be. So dude needs help. Dude needs help for real. And I don't know if there's anybody close enough to him that could get it for him, but I don't even know if it's too late. It might be too late, but there's your update. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.